In today's video, we will see how to surrender India passport while you are in India, and this must only be done under exceptional circumstances. The preferred method is to do this process from country where you have acquired citizenship. I made a separate video and you can go and watch that video in case you're doing that from the country where you acquired your citizenship. Process for submitting or surrendering the India passport in India is as follows. Firstly, you fill the online application by coming to this website and pay the prescribed fee. Upload all document what is required in the application form, which we will get to see what all documents they are. Then here, after you pay the fee, there are no appointment required. You will have to do a walk-in to regional passport office. So the surrender happens only at regional passport office and not at Passport Seva Kendra. Don't make this mistake. Your document will get verified here. Once you do a walk-in and you tell that you are here to surrender the passport, you will be guided to the place where this surrender of passport will happen. Depending on the RPO, the process might be little different. The timeline might be little different. That's what people who have done have shared. You carry this online application and then the photocopies of the document. We will get to see what those documents are as we proceed with the video. And depending on the workload at that RPO, you may have to do multiple visits to surrender this certificate and get a cancelled passport. That's the reason I said the preferred method is to do this process from the country where you have acquired citizenship. The only positive here is that the fee to surrender is only 500 rupees if you're doing this almost immediately after acquiring new country citizenship and you are surrendering within the timeline. So remember to do this analysis if it is really worth just doing for 500 rupees in India, where you may have to do multiple visits while you are on holiday, vacation or some important commitment in India, or to do it from the country where you got your citizenship. I'm sure you will be able to analyze that part. In fact, when India had stopped issuing visa to Canadians, which I'm sure you would know the situation, under these circumstances, individuals traveled with India and Canada passport even without e-visa, and their experience of getting this entire process done have been quite different from region to region. So they had to go through an additional process after surrendering the certificate. They had to go through the process of getting exit visa from FRRO because they did not have a e-visa when they traveled to India. So as I said, avoid this method as people's experience from different RPO was different. Timeline was again different. Fee that was paid was different. Even before you go and do the application process, do these three things to avoid any surprise when you make a visit to RPO. First thing is get the name removed from voter ID. You can do this online on this link. Then if you have ration card, get that cancelled, and then make sure your bank account is not having a savings account. Make the necessary changes by visiting bank. And then you have this letter with you where your current passport, new passport, and when citizenship was acquired, then detail where you have cancelled, surrendered, modified is all recorded on a piece of paper, is ready with you before you apply for the application. So we come to this website passportindia.gov.in, and here if you don't have a user registration, you can go and create one by clicking here. Once you're on the user registration, you'll have to enter these details and create a login, password, and then create the hint question answer. Once you do that, you'll get a link at your email address where once you activate that, and with that, once you click here, existing user then login, you can log in using the login and password. So enter the detail and you log in. You come to this applicant home and here you will choose surrender certificate. Once you click here on this link, click here to fill the application form. Here in this passport detail, this is your India passport which you are going to surrender. Enter the passport detail, date of issue, date of expiry, place of issue as it is given in your passport. You cannot make mistake. Just look at that and enter exactly as it is given here. So once this is entered, reason for surrender, acquiring foreign nationality, renunciation of Indian citizenship. You will select the applicant's nationality. Here I have selected Canada, and then foreign nationality acquisition date. You can look at your citizenship certificate and there it will be mentioned. Enter that detail here. Your name, surname, date of birth. Is your place of birth out of India? In most cases, the answer would be no. If it is yes, Then you select this. I'm keeping as it is. Then place of birth. This will be mentioned on your India passport. If you open that, just mention the village, town, city name, and then select the state, district. Once this is done, gender, marital status, education qualification. So you have this drop down. From this drop down, select the options and then visible distinguishing mark, whatever it is, to best of your ability. Once this is done, you can keep saving as you are filling the detail. That way you don't have to start all over again, and you can continue whenever you log in again. Then you can click next. Then you enter the family detail. Again, this will be there in your passport, father's name, mother's name, as it is in their government document. Make sure you make that entry, and if it is mentioned in passport, exactly as it is given in the passport. There you see instruction clearly says in this given name, first name, middle name has to be written. In case you have first and middle name, then that will get entered here and surname will be entered here. If you are married, then you will get this question, spouse given name, you enter that. And in case you have a legal guardian, only if applicable, you will enter the name. Make sure whatever you're giving, there is no error and it matches with the document. When both the spouse, they are submitting their surrender certificate, one common question comes or doubt comes in mind is what will be spouse nationality, because surrender has not yet happened. So the very moment you acquire citizenship of another country, even if you are holding India passport, you are a citizen of another country. In this case, if spouse is also applying, or even if it has not been applied, if spouse has got the citizenship certificate, answer here would be the current nationality. In case spouse has not changed nationality, then you select the nationality, whatever it is, from this drop down. If you're not married, you will not get this question. Once this is filled, click next. Here in this present residential address, you will enter your India address so that in case they want to communicate with you, they can reach out to you. So make sure you enter the correct detail, house number, street name, as whatever document you have. If it is there on the passport, match with that. If it is Aadhaar or any other document, match with that. And village, state, union territory, district, if it is in India. So you will make those selections from the drop down. Once you make a selection, you will get these options in front of pin code, mobile number, just the 10-digit number here. So whatever the number is, 10-digit number, you will enter 10-digit number here. If you want to give a telephone number, you can enter that, and then your email ID to communicate with you. Once this is entered, check, recheck, cross-check, and once everything is done, click next. Enter the emergency contact number. So here you enter the name and address. In the same section, you enter the name and address both, then mobile number, and once this is done, click next and come to the self-declaration page where you enter the place, date, and then click I agree. You have option to preview the application, but to preview the application, you'll have to save the detail first, and then you can do check, recheck, cross-check, making sure everything what you have entered is correct and up to date. Once you're satisfied that document is up to date, you can click submit form button here, and once you do that, your application will get transmitted and you will get a application reference number and a copy which you can print to be carried along with you when you go to surrender the passport, when you make a visit to the RPO. If you have made any mistake with this application, you don't need to worry. You can create another application. Till such time you have not done the payment, it is all good. You can make all the corrections. Once you submit and you have a copy which you can print, you will be taken to the payment gateway where you'll have to go and pay for the surrender certificate. Here you will be shown 500 rupees which has to be paid. Once you do the payment, after this you are all set to take the printout of your application, the payment detail, and along with that carrying all the document what is required to RPO. I'm sharing the list of document on the screen. A printout of duly filled application form and double check that there is no error. Then your Indian passport original you will carry, and this is what you will have to give it at RPO. They will take a fingerprint, they will take your photo, and they will also ask for the letter to RPO that you are going to surrender, for which I have shared the detail. This passport, when everything is complete, they will hand it over to you with a stamp of cancelled on the passport, it will be punched, and then you will also get a letter where it says your passport has been surrendered, which is going to be used for your OCI application, the cancelled passport and the document which you're going to get from the RPO. So you will carry the self-attested photocopy of this Indian passport, the biographical page where you have your information, and in Indian passport on the back side where family detail, address and all other file number, all those things are there. That page also you will take printout, carry 2 copies, and if there are any observation on your passport, carry that printout also. You need not do a photocopy of entire passport. Then comes the original foreign passport, and along with that carry self-attested photocopies of this foreign passport. For example, in Canada, the biographical page is only the 1 page. So unlike India where front and back has detail, it's only 1 page. So you have single page, carry that, and if it is on multiple page, then do the photocopy accordingly. You need not carry your original foreign citizenship certificate. You just need to carry self-attested photocopy for proof of acquiring foreign nationality, which again you will submit along with the application. Then surrender certificate application, fee receipt, that pay challan which you had paid online, carry that copy, your 2 recent photograph. Here it is little different from how it is done elsewhere if you're doing outside of India. When you're going to RPO, the size is mentioned. I'm sharing this on screen. This is the size which any photo studio should be able to take and give it to you. For address proof, you can carry your Aadhaar card, Indian driver's license, and then declaration or request for surrender letter on a plain piece of paper. This has to be addressed to RPO that you are now foreign national and you wish to surrender your Indian passport. Now that your application and documents are ready, few things you need to keep in mind. If you call the customer support of Passport Seva Kendra, they will not have complete information when it comes to RPO. They may ask you to take an appointment. RPO does not give appointment to surrender the passport. Again, in a day, typically they would get 1 or 2 person to do the surrender process. So reach RPO before 11 a.m. to give you adequate time. And if you're lucky, you might get the document on the same day. Bangalore RPO does not allow walk-in on Wednesdays. So it can be case with other RPOs also. You might have to check that part. So not sure if all RPOs have this Wednesday no walk-in rule. You may have to check that part. All the best for your process, and do check out other videos, especially OCI, benefit of OCI, and I have organized everything on my website for you to easily find. And don't forget to like, share and comment. Thank you.